What's up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue. I was just at the store and saw a brisket packer on scale for $1.18 a pound. When I opened up the package, I understood why it was $1.18 a pound. It had some huge gashes in it, stuff like that. But really, all I'm going to be doing on this today is going to be the flat. And I'm going to go pretty basic, kind of a Texas style, because James and Aim Claim said everything in Texas is better, and that's not even debatable. So anyway, that's what we're going to roll. I'm going to leave a link to James's channel, Aim and Claim Smokers, in the iCard above and the description below. Anyway, I really didn't do much trimming on this, but if you want to see a good brisket trim video, I'm going to put a link to his video on how to trim a brisket in the description as well. Anyway, first thing I'm going to do is just get this thing seasoned up and get it in the refrigerator overnight. Like I said, we're just going to be going basic on this, salt and pepper. The pepper I'm using is going to be a fresh ground rainbow peppercorn, and I have equal parts of that and salt. As far as this brisket goes, I'm really not going to trim off much of the fat. As you can see, here's like one of those gashes I was talking about, but it had several that were like kind of going this direction, like vertical in it. So anyway, we're going to save that for a later cook down the road. Since this is going to have a chance to sit overnight, I'm not going to be using a binder, so I'm just going to go ahead and get this on here. I'm not going to be going too heavy on it. And I'm going to have this sitting fat side down, since I'm not too concerned about any of the rub falling off the fat side. If some of it comes off overnight, we'll just go ahead and sprinkle it down again in the morning. So you know what? I think I'm fine with this right here. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the refrigerator, let it sit, and we'll pick this back up at about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Saturday morning, and since I'm sticking with the Texas theme, I'm going to go ahead and roll with this new Braunfels Smoker. This is a pretty old smoker. I haven't used this in probably a year, but I figure what better time than right now. So here we go. We got the meat on the smoker. Under the smoker I have a pan just filled with some spices that I really didn't like, some water, and then just some vegetables just to, I don't know, just to not waste anything. Anyway, we're going to be going at about 250 on this. The wood I'm using is going to be pecan and hickory, so I'm not quite sticking to the Texas theme on that. I have a temperature probe right next to the meat because the temperature gauge on this old new Braunfels just isn't working. So anyway, we'll pick it up in a little bit, check in on it. When I had started this, I thought that my temperature gauge was off, but my temperature gauge is showing about 240-ish, and there's the probe, so I guess this isn't that far off anyway. So anyway, it's been going for a couple hours. I'll go ahead and just kind of spritz it down a little bit. I've been holding between 235 and like 255 on the temp. It's extremely windy today, so it's hard to keep steady. So we've hit 156 on this out on the smoker. So what I'm going to do now, since I'm going with this Texas theme, I'm going to go ahead and do a Texas crutch. So what I'm going to do, I already have my foil kind of sealed up here on the edges so it doesn't spill, so my juice doesn't spill out. And I'm just going to add just a little bit of juice over it near the bottom. And we are going to wrap this up. I have triple foil here. And we are going to wrap it up and throw it back out on the smoker till we get to 200 degrees. We are 11 hours into this cook. For some reason this brisket stalled at 201 degrees. I was thinking about taking it to 203 degrees, but I wasn't going to sit there forever because I want to eat this tonight. So anyway, I did have it wrapped up. It does look like it's kind of leaking through a little bit. So I'm going to just cover it with a little bit more foil. And actually, I'm going to need a little bit more foil. And then I'm gonna hold on, guys. Sorry about this. You know, I'm gonna grab one more piece of foil. Anyway, 203 degrees was the temperature I wanted to take it to. 201 should be close. So I'm gonna wrap it up with a little bit more foil, and I'm gonna get it in this old raggedy towel, and then I'm gonna throw it out in a cooler that I have in the garage, and I'm gonna let this rest. You know, I wanted to let it rest, you know, a couple hours, but my wife said she's hungry, I'm hungry, so I'm probably gonna let it rest another hour. Then we're gonna slice into it and kind of see what's up from there. This brisket's been in a cooler, wrapped in foil, wrapped in a towel for about an hour. Normally I would let it rest a little bit longer than that, but it's getting a little late and I want to eat. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of pull this wrapping off and kind of see what it looks like. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and set this on my cutting board. And I know from earlier the grains are running this way, so let's kind of get in here and take a slice. So here's kind of what we're looking like right here. I'm going to go ahead and continue cooking, but this is extremely moist right here. Brisket's a done deal. Like I said, I was trying to kind of do a little Texas play on this brisket, and I did buy this cookbook from it's a Texas barbecue cookbook, and one thing I did notice is that everybody these days is talking about just salt and pepper with Texas and stuff like that, and looking in this cookbook, looks like they're a little bit more creative out there than what I've been hearing. Anyway, a good Texas cook, if you're into barbecue, that you need to check out. Competition cook. Channel name is Aim'em and Claim'em Smokers. He is putting out some definitely good stuff. But you know what? Let's see what my stuff tastes like right here. So here's our brisket. I'm going to go ahead and take a bite. It's a great flavor on that. Especially just to be the flat on this. Still has a lot of moisture. I think it's a great cook. Anyway, try this recipe out. Try any recipe out. Next time you're in a store and you see a brisket on sale, go ahead and knock that out. Thanks for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.